Hey everybody, it's Marshmallow here. It's coming to my Gotham Season 3 Episode 4 review and rundown. A whole lot of stuff to run down. We got a lot of things to talk about, so let us get started. This episode was really great. I did like it quite a bit. I don't think there was anything that I didn't like except for one part of the episode, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, this episode was fantastic. So let's talk about it. I have a few little things I had down, here, the synopsis of the episode. So the synopsis is Penguin gets closer to his goal of being nominated for mayor. Gordon turns Alice in for the bounty. Bruce and Alfred search for the person who has stolen Bruce's identity. We're going to talk about all those things and more, so let's get started. So, Penguin, what's happening with Penguin's arc? Well, obviously, Penguin has Enigma now. He broke Enigma out of Arkham Asylum. Well, it didn't really break him out. Kind of just, persuaded them to let Enigma out. So he's out of Arkham, and now he's working for Penguin. Love the whole Butch, Riddler, feud that's going on now. I think it's fantastic. I think Butch is going to be jealous than ever, or I guess envious as ever. I would love to see him, kind of go off and do his own thing, or die. I don't know. Would you guys like Butch to die? Back in, season 1 or 2, I would have said, no way, Butch can't die. But right now, it's kind of like we have the metahumans now. I don't know if he can stick around for much longer. We'll see. But I really do like the Penguin-Riddler dynamic. However, we'll talk about Penguin becoming mayor in a second. But however, one thing really turned me off in this episode because of the storyline. First thing is, I love Robin Lord Taylor, who plays Penguin, and I love Corey Michael Smith. I don't know why I say Christopher. Corey Michael Smith, who plays the Riddler. I love both of them. But the problem here is, Robin Lord Taylor, I don't know his sexuality in real life. But when he plays Penguin with Riddler, it really does seem like they're trying, the writers are trying to pair them up as a couple. Or it's just how Robin Lord Taylor and I want to see Christopher, I don't know why, Corey Michael Smith act. It's either their acting or the writing that makes it seem like, and I don't know, I think Robin Lord Taylor, I don't know, I don't think he's dating anybody either. I don't know his sexuality, I don't know. I don't know what he is, I don't know. But I think he is, I think he's gay, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not trying to offend anything, I'm not trying to offend anybody, I'm not trying to offend the actors, I'm just saying it really does seem like that. I'm fine with them, going that route if they do. I mean, that would be really cool and interesting, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen it before, so it would be really nice to see it like that. So, again, I'm not trying to offend the actors. I love Robin Lord Taylor, despite how he defines himself, he's still an amazing actor, and I don't care what anybody says, I'm gonna watch his content of whatever he's on, movies, TV, I don't care. But with the characters, I don't know if I want him to go in that direction. Like I said, I would be fine with it if they did, because again, it's very different and innovative, but I don't know if I want them to. Like I said, I would be fine with it, but I don't know if I want them to go down that road. Reason why is, it really does cut, I kind of sucker punches Riddler's upbringing in season 1 or 2, I can't remember which season was, but when he had the whole Kris Kringle storyline, Kringle storyline was amazing, how he fell in love with Kringle, and falling in love with Penguin would kind of sucker punch that. I think it would, really, it would. And, it just really, to me seems like it wouldn't be a good storyline. I don't know, it just seems like to me that would be what it, how it would go down. It would really sucker punch the Riddler's, upbringing. It would also, kind of hurt the characters, because we've fought so hard with Penguin between Fish Mooney and now being mayor, that it really wouldn't make sense to have them paired up. But again, that's probably not what's going on. It's probably just either the acting or it's probably the writing. I don't know what it was, but it just seemed like they were trying to pair them up in a relationship. I'm fine with it. I don't care about it. But, there are other people like fanboys and fangirls that are going to be like, And fanboys and fangirls don't even watch Gotham. So if they found out this was happening, they would never watch it. And that's not the point. We're trying to get them to watch Gotham because of how great it's been, right? It's really great right now. So we want that to keep going. But that's the Penguin storyline. Penguin has become mayor. We're going to see how that comes, how the fallout for that comes around. I really want to see Mayor Hill's reaction. I want to see what happens. I want to see Penguin involved more with the GCPD. I think that would be fantastic. Okay, it's raining? I don't know what's happening. But that would be really fantastic to see him at the GCPD. So I really do enjoy that Penguin has gotten this spot. And I really also like how Riddler, how Ed, ended up taking all the money back and ended up being like, hey, they love you, you know they do. But again, I don't know if it's the acting or if it's the writing that makes it seem like something else was going on, that Riddler did something else. I don't know. I think it's just straightforward. But again, I don't know if it's Corey Michael Smith or what it is, the writing, it just seems like something's going on. Like, either it's a relationship happening, or it's just... I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. Because it was really hard for me to get a read on it between the acting and the writing. I don't know. It just felt weird to me. I didn't feel out of place with the episode. I feel like it synced really well. But I also didn't think it fit in terms of what was going on. It kind of did. But again, if they're going to make them a relationship, it didn't quite fit. I don't know. It's weird. Comment down below. What do you guys think? I really want to hear your comments on that one because I'm confused. And I want to know what you guys think. So anyway... what was it next? Oh yeah, the Mad Hatter. So Mad Hatter, he had an end to his era this week. Loved it. I love how Ben McKenzie was talking about something, I think in Season 2 before it started, about how he didn't like how the villains of the show were basically in one episode. You know, they did a one-episode arc, which is why they did Jerome for the longest time, which is why they did Firefly and Mr. Freeze for the longest time. Those two were, like, in Season 2 a lot. How they did... You know, some of the other villains, I don't know, like, who else was there? There was, it's hard for me to remember. Who else did they did? They did Jerome, and they did the Firefly, and they did Mr. Freeze, and they did some, I don't know, they did other people too, but I can't remember who they were. Well, Penguin, obviously, Penguin, Catwoman, you know, Riddler. But other than that, you know, the characters that they've been having recently have been, like, in 2 or 3, or maybe even more, episodes at a time for their arc, and I think I really like how that works out, especially for the bigger villains, because Mad Hatter is a big villain in the Batman Rogues Gallery. Not as big as some of the other ones, like Killer Croc, or Clayface, or Poison Ivy, but he is a big player, and I think that it was really nice to include him, so it was really nice to see his era come to an end in this episode. Rip Alice. I feel like that was a really unfair killing. I liked how they killed Alice off. I thought it was really... just great. I love how Gotham kills off its characters. I think it does a really good job. I know it's kind of weird to say that, but I do think it does a really good job of killing off characters. I think it's wonderful how they do that. And it's great. So, Rip Alice, I felt like it was kind of sad that she died. I liked the character quite a bit. But, as they say, the show must go on, and she just wasn't a part of that part of the show. Right? Alright. So, love that. I also like Gordon this week. I think that Gordon, you know... After watching this episode, I realized that Gordon has been, like, really, like, sloppy, just because of what's happening with Lee, what's happening with his job, like, what does he want to do? Put him back on the police force, make him show initiative, make him apply himself more. I know it's going to take a few more episodes, maybe even longer, maybe the whole first half of the season, but I think that he needs to get back on that horse, right? And I think that he realizes that with Lee in this episode, and says, I'm going to move on, I'm going to try it, so... let's see that happen. Let's face that, right? Oh my gosh, Bruce and the doppelganger. Love that storyline to pieces. I think it was just so great. I really felt like Batman Telltale games when Selina and the fake Bruce are out around the city stealing. Loved it. I think that the way that they played that out was really great. I love the doppelganger, like, having, like, kung fu skills, and, like, Selina being like, wow, I should say thanks to Alfred for that one. I love it. It was amazing. I do love the chemistry between David Mazouz and Cameron Bacondova. They are fantastic. I just love them every week. They do so good. But the problem, and I guess I have two problems. The one problem was I didn't understand the Penguin storyline, but I guess there's two. Is that I don't like how David Mazouz is really given unfair time. I think that David Mazouz is a wonderful actor. I love his acting so much as Bruce. He is my favorite Bruce Wayne. More than Ben Affleck, more than Christian Bale. He is Bruce Wayne. I mean, you can't, argue with that. So, for them to waste his time, not great. I like the doppelganger storyline. I do. But we've seen it with Laurel. We've seen it with Danielle Panabaker. We've seen it with Katie Cassidy. We've seen it with Danielle Panabaker. We've seen it with, who else? Wasn't there a doppelganger on Supergirl? I can't even remember. But we've seen it with all... I think there was. Oh, no, I don't know. I can't remember Season 1 of Supergirl. But anyway, and I kind of don't want to. But anyway, we've seen Katie Cassidy and Danielle Panabaker go through this. I love the doppelganger storylines and all of the DC shows. But one, they're repetitive. And two, it really hurts the actor, in my opinion. Because they are getting paid to play a specific character. yet they have a character that's a doppelganger that's so much better that they don't get to keep, right? It's kind of frustrating to me because it's like they're pouring their heart and soul into your show, yet you're giving them characters that are amazing, that are doppelgangers, and that they're never going to play them again. It's really sad to me. And I think that David Mazouz doesn't have anything to do right now in terms of Gotham. I feel like Season 2, he had a little bit to do, but it wasn't enough. Season 1, there was barely anything there. And Season 3, I hope that it would come to a bigger part for Bruce, but it just hasn't. And I feel like they were going in that direction with Court of Owls. I loved the first episode, the premiere of this season, where it's all like, you have like 24 hours to reply. Like, I love him just being Bruce, and I love him sticking his guts out in there and being daring, yet they took that away from us when they're doing the Doppelganger storyline. It's kind of sad, in my opinion. But I think the Doppelganger is really cool. I mean, I'm glad to have it. I think it's something for David Mazouz, and it's something for us. And we'll see what happens next with that in the Court of Owls. You know, what they do with Doppelganger. I think I covered everything in this episode. If I didn't, you know, Barbara was in this episode. No shock there. Barnes, I feel like I'm worried for Barnes' health. He's kind of like, you know, I don't know if he's going to make it. We'll see. I did forget about something. The Alice's blood going inside Barnes. What's going to happen? I don't know. We'll see what happens later on this season. But what do you guys think, or I guess in the next couple of episodes, but what do you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Comment down below. Links up there to my other videos, links down there to my Twitter, Instagram, Vine, vlog channel, and gaming channel. Don't forget to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.